Second semi-final of the day, we're kicking things off quickly. Astralis going towards the pop dog, but they're being mowed down. The USB's finding all the headshots. NiKo with 2, and it's a clean sweep. But for now, Rain still very comfortable towards that pop dog. You can see him there just beneath the ladder. He flies up. That is brave. Gets a bit of intel, ruffles some feathers. The commitment towards outside comes in. Rain's decisive fall back, but NiKo's here with the M4. You feel like he's going to get a couple of frags here. There's the first, us gunning them down. Solid defense so far from FaZe as 4 players stand strong. Zipex with it all to do, and he's good in the clutches map with 25 seconds. I don't think there's much chance, especially now. They know exactly where he is.
A bit surprised there wasn't more attention toward the bottom of Pop Dog, knowing that they spotted and heard Rain go up the ladder inside of the halls. That said, they were quite occupied trying to find NiKo, who fell back behind this.
Smoke starts to be deployed towards outside. It's Rain to defend first. AK-47 does nothing as dupreeh completely removes him from the server, but they're still fighting back. Guardian and NiKo will be finding frags left, right, and center. 3 versus 3 now as Krogan comes down the ladder, but the accuracy is going to fall apart for him. It's up to Zipex to hold on to that pop dog area, doing a great job so far. Carrigan really can turn around on his head though. Device, he has no idea. Go for the first frag, but he only can find 1. And now Guardian up against it as the bomb has been planted.
Planted, but a smoke on it. He's got the AWP and he's got the HP advantage. Kit as well. Spots Glaive on the top of the ladder, sitting duck at that position. He's very good in clutches. We've given him 3 tries. Finally with a rifle hit A site. So he's got good position so long as he can get coverage from the pop dog. And Guardian is going to give him that coverage as he actually heads that direction by climbing forward and finding dupreeh completely unsuspecting of that possibility.
4 versus 3. Zipex is sneaking through. He's actually managed to get towards the lower bomb site, completely undetected. Kroman has no idea. Oh my goodness, the timings there, unbelievable. Zipex misses out on the information, but not the kill. Gets the first and takes down Guardian. Equalizes things to a 3 versus 3, but I can see Rain flew up the pop dog there, and they just found him. All of a sudden, Astralis take the lead, but Kroman still undetected here. He could take down Zipex. Can he find the frag? Comes down to timings again. Will Zipex find him? Not going to be. And now the 2 versus 2 ensues.
Carrying to start, it's HP advantage to him, and he had the shot toward the disc, but the AK prevails with the headshot to all the Kroman, and it's Astralis back-to-back. Importantly, smoke down deep on the sidewalk. Good position from Kroman to find a gap in that smoke. Quite clever, actually. Top of white trade. Usually you'd be worried about the ramp in that position, but it's set up accordingly with the AWP, and Guardian unable to use that as of yet to effect. He does get device, but that's all he finds so far. Still the hefty advantage, you have to say, to FaZe. Flame's going to try and just get a bomb plant at this point. Surely he's lost his only teammate alive, and Guardian does swing back out. It goes
a little bit uncomfortable with that smoke. They are considering his presence. Rain goes to the double spray down. Not going to quite get it though, but how did Glaive get away on 78 HP? Rain will be happy with that regardless. Got the kill on one of the key players, Device. And now it's a 5 versus 4. He probably thinks he did a little bit more damage than that. NiKo watching towards main entrance to see if there's any sort of reaction from dupreeh.
Open angle for NiKo. Back up from Rain. They've been playing aggressive toward this pop dog position time and time again with that AWP already down in there as well. Good start, but dupreeh actually prevails to catch him off, and that was due to the fact that NiKo was in transition. It never looked like that would be a possibility, not from aim. So that's a bit of an overstep from FaZe. He'll guard that AWP as well, but the execution instead, with NiKo this far forward in toward Pop Dog, they have to consider it. He's given himself up. They know he's there, but considering him looking in that direction, it's going to give Carrigan a perfect angle on top of the train. Good find from Magisk.
The run through the flames would have certainly worth it. Very winnable this point, but maybe not anymore. Guardian just finds 2 sensational shots there.
Back off this time. They're forced out early. NiKo still at E-Box. Play off of each other, but giving up that position. NiKo's got to go big from there. Manages 2. That's pretty much as good as he was going to get with Rain going down so quickly. Well, Device still has to pull this back. Man advantage again for FaZe. Already has gone to the pistol, expecting their arrival on the backside of that smoke any second. Meanwhile, it's the AWP. Oh, didn't react in time. Had the angle. Spawn him in return, but he shuffles it over the other direction, finds Carrigan. Guardian completely blinded on the site, nearly got caught out by a 20 HP for Device and 39 for Zipex, and Zipex is trying to play off of his teammate to wait for it to present itself. Somehow Guardian gets by.
I don't know how he survives that one, Matt, but look at Kroman making his way towards T-Spawn. He's gone for the long con here. It's going to take him a while, and Guardian knows it. He pretty much has to surrender at this point, allow them to plant, and hope Kroman's play will yield the result they're looking for here. Everyone is low apart from Croman here. Device not looking towards the pop dog, and that's exactly where Guardian's heading towards. Surely Croman can get it done here. We'll see as he starts away his mate towards the defense.
Oh, I think that worked out. I think Device may have actually heard Guardian and backed off with the AWP accordingly, because he made a lot of noise getting to the top of the ladder. The fact that Croman came around and found the angle works out perfectly, because he goes more than that.
His main entrance going for the wallbang, not going to connect this time. Coming around in the first half, Aegis kicks things off in style. Lovely headshot there. That's the AWP move, remember. Carrigan holding Ivy with that particular weapon, and it looks like Astralis will be taking round number 15 here. It's now a 5 versus 2.
Just waiting for the opportunity to take down Guardian. Will get exactly that. So 5 rounds looking very likely. Croman, the mercenary, is going to have to be rather aggressive in this situation with bomb about to be planted. Oh, actually, take that back. It was only arriving at that point in time. A Device, good position, catches him out.
Here comes the pain from Zipex. Gets one. That's all he can find, but it's a very important frag as it delays the bomb.
From range, trying to do any damage he can. Will finally get Device in to help. And the low HP for range just barely is able to get the bomb down. They're going to Molotov that immediately as well, because they want them off the defuse, so as to have a chance to duel and not be held at bay while that defuse is happening, but it may not matter. Kerrigan left. Okay, fair enough against 4. He's gotten 2 already. Goes aggressive toward the corner. Dupree does the same and comes out on top. And here Nico, no flash from his teammate as of yet. He just wants to take the straight duel. As the flash goes behind him, it's going to be too deep. Dupree's ready. Nico's in the air. Straight forward. Meanwhile, it's over toward the brown halls that Zipex is ready at range with a UMP to take down Croman, and Device gets in position to support that. Second shot he landed in the round on Guardian, likewise on Rain. So all of the damage applied by him, no assist required for the scout, and a headshot to the edge of the trap.
For now, that boost behind the smoke, narrowly avoiding Dupree's bullets there towards the hot dog area, and now they need to be very careful. That boosters find the first kill, and Nico with the second from the pallets.
Good opening for FaZe. Perhaps their first round in this half, as Guardian's going to collect Zipex and something on the glaive. Good find on the first one, just barely at the top of that ladder. It looked like he was almost still on it, but must have been just on the top of it.
It's unclear how much they could possibly practice with him on the T side of this map, but Aegis sprays 2 of them down. They went for the drop, and it's not going to work out whatsoever. At this stage, Astralis don't really need to fight these choke points. Device can fall back. They've got such a firm lead here in the round. 11-9, and this will be a reset for FaZe as well. Croman trying to swing things back in his favor. Lovely shot towards Zipex, but opts to fall back after taking an A to the face.
Good find for Croman, though, desperately needed from FaZe.
Yes, absolutely. It was getting a little bit worrying for them. Aegis watching for that totem pole drop towards the pop dog room. You can see the corpses after the destruction that occurred there. No HP for Device. Dupree and Aegis have been tagged up. What's the play here? FaZe with a minute to work with. Guardian still full HP. They have 1 smoke available to them. And they've opted to have a 2-2 setup on the CT side. Dupree in the pop dog room. Glaive watching outside, and Ivy. And Device and Aegis to patrol inner. Looks like outside will be tested here. Specifically, Ivy with Guardian and Croman at the bomb, heading in that direction.
So Glaive becomes the important position in this round. Newly spotted by Guardian. I don't think he was ready for him. Checks it, but gets the smoke down. That'll buy a bit more space and time. He's tagged as he goes to the corner, and Guardian nails it. Predicts the shot, makes no mistake. We go back to 3-3, and Device is low. Has to try and get the second off in position. Can't do it. Guardian's opened it up. Nico explodes, and the round falls apart with FaZe's patience and determination of finding this outer sight. Magisk has to rotate back around from Pop Dog. He'll hold the F4, doing so good first 5, but Nico's able to swing out immediately and respond. FaZe go 12. Again for Guardian and for Device. It's been a heads-up duel between them, not always directly on the map per se, but certainly in terms of statistics and impact. The Device this time goes toward the corner. Good to hold, no one challenging, but standard Molotov. It's Guardian who overstepped the mark a little bit early, and on top of that, they found the kill from Dupree. Zipex rotates. Very good round from Astralis. Bomb found and downed. It's Kerrigan to find. They know exactly where he is, and great response from Astralis.
There we go. Zipex mowing them down towards the low ramp as Dupree to funnel them towards inner. And at that point, Zipex is always so strong in that particular position. He finds all the kills required too for him. Now Kerrigan left in the 4 versus 1. At this point, he's trying to wound them financially. Anything he can get will be beneficial for them going forward, but I don't think he finds much more than maybe 1 kill and goes down. The bomb's in a very problematic position right at the bottom of that lower ramp as he waits for the smoke to dissipate. He's got a minute to work with here. He's going to throw a flashbang in with the right click. Hopefully steal the bomb away. The Device too quick, I'm afraid.
Nothing to wait at that point in time. Molotov thrown out toward Quad. They have to consider as well. I think they're all focused in this direction. Good position from the Jits. Can't find a second kill. Couldn't follow up, and it nearly fell apart. Thankfully, Xyp9x is there to pick up the pieces, and Nico's very low. Bomb is down. They know they have to commit at this point in time, so with the smoke out, Glaive slides up. They've gone by each other. Nico is so low that it's going to be pretty straightforward. It wouldn't matter if he had 2 HP or otherwise with Device hitting that shot, but it's going to be a matter of just finding him at that point in time. As Guardian goes against 3. Bomb still out of reach and on the inside of the smoke. He just wants vision at this point in time, and that becomes harder and harder as 2 smokes plus a Molotov go down. 52 seconds, he'll back off to try and find an alternative angle.
At this stage, Astralis don't really have to do much. They've got the bomb, they don't want to feed Guardian at all. Wait for that time to run down, let him play himself. Do not run at him one by one. You see the money's very low for FaZe. The Guardian ideally wants to save this all, but he's going to give it a crack anyway. Surely this is where he goes down, and indeed it is. Great round there. For Rain waiting towards the pop dog room. Throws the Molotov to push back to Bree. Wallbang's coming through. Will the Bree capitalize? He certainly will. Not scared of Rain whatsoever, and continues to find frags for Astralis here. Rare
you see someone take that dual firing upward. Great read from Dupree, knowing that he was committing to that spray. Magisk will take down Kerrigan. It's all gone the way of Astralis. They might get back with him. One round yet again as Chroman spotted up inside of the smoke. Another very, very lopsided situation for Guardian to work with. Does have the bomb. You want to give him some optimism.
Sure.
It's about where that ends.
Yeah, I'm not really that hopeful for this one. He has won a 5-on-1 before in a big semi-final.
You tend to be negative even in your hype moments, Henry. I'm trying to lead you to a little more positive.
Cool, let's see how the moments
patch things up with Zeus. Working out so far. He's got Magisk. But they are encroaching on his position from literally every angle as they work towards T-spawn as well. Glaive in the open. Guardian's going to find him. That's going to open up the passage if he wanted to wrap back toward the brown halls. It wouldn't go all the way to the site. That's going to be covered off by Dupree. But this gets more and more menacing, and that how spread out they are does mean he can ultimately isolate this. Molotovs to further that possibility. They'll commit to it, and Dupree does stand in the flames through flames rather than smoke, so it still limits them a little bit. Not sure what Dupree was playing at on that one. Device, though, has made up for the early miss. He's found 2, and they'll funnel toward the quad position. If Nico can sneak up fast enough, bomb is down in that direction, but he might be able to catch off Glaive. He's staring in that direction. I highly doubt he gets caught off by it. I thought when he went toward Hicks, they might. They almost line up. They do. A gift for Nico. The second time he's had a lineup, and this one far more impactful as he turns around, but time gone. He's got to stay alive at this point. No plant, no money, and it's map point for Astralis.
Oh my god.
That's justifiable. The AK has potential to hit the headshot, doesn't quite do so on Guardian, puts him on 15. Meanwhile, Glaive gets Rain. Kerrigan does respond with a single kill and all of that. But they're a man down, and again, time starts to become a bit more of a factor. 50 seconds. Kerrigan forced off the flames. Thankfully, it wasn't Guardian. 15, he would have been gone at that point.
Well, that's one of the smokes as well. He didn't want to use it there, and that's the bomb found that. That's going to be it. It's going to be GG. It's the reverse sweep.